welcome to another episode of Dos and a Half Cincos. I am your host, David, as always.
And I'm Stuart, as sometimes.
And I'm Ben. Most of the times, but on weekends, I like to pretend I'm David.
I hope you get those senior discounts.
Why would you ever want to pretend to be David?
I don't know.
Asian discounts.
Sometimes I feel like I'm having it too good, you know?
Oh, okay. You gotta balance it out.
Just gotta lower your life expectancy just a little bit. But you always get free free shrimp dumplings.
Life is just too good right now.
Wait, why would I want shrimp dumplings?
Because that's what David wants.
Yeah,
that's what I want. That's what David always gets.
If you're pretending to be David, I mean,
yeah,
just turn off your allergies.
Oh, you're right. There's a switch.
I don't know why you don't just turn your allergies off like all the time.
Well, when you put that way,
life would be too good for him. That's why.
Just take the
He's
slider.
Be able to dumb it down just a little bit.
Just take your allergy slider and just drag it all the way down to 0.
Better just reset this character. It wasn't doing so well anyways.
Just delete and start over.
Yeah.
We have some exciting news that's coming up for this week, right? We're going to be seeing El Camino, which is the Breaking Bad movie. I know I'm very excited about that. Have you guys been preparing at all? I know, Stu, you had started from the very beginning, right?
Yes, and I have. Well, I finished it last week.
Whoa!
After a few days after we last recorded, so
jeez,
it was a journey. It was rough. I was trying to. I think it was on a Sunday night, last Sunday. I was like three episodes away from finishing it, and I was like, "Fuck it, I want to finish it. I don't want to be up, late for all week watching this." So I stayed up till like 2.
Oh my god!
2 a.m. finishing it, and yeah, so yeah, I'm all caught up again, refreshed. It's all fresh in my mind.
So we're gonna be needing an in-depth, reaction right after the movie from Stu.
Oh no, I'm gonna be talking. I'm gonna be talking during the movie. See, this is when.
Hey, shut up! He's providing good commentary. Everybody, shut the hell up.
If you remember season 2, episode 4, there was Jesse mentioned in passing that. Yeah,
maybe we should do a in live, almost like Mystery Science Theater 3000 episode of Dos and a Half Cincos. We'll just mic up Stu.
But we're not going to be dunking on it, I hope. I mean, I hope...
No, like live commentary as it's happening. Who's saying anything about dunking?
Well, because that's what Mystery Science Theater is.
Yeah.
But one thing I wanted to mention, just because I rewatched it, is I think Ben and I had this, or I think Ben sent me an image of this a long time ago when it first aired, or when it aired, whenever. Is that stupid? Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't watched Breaking Bad yet. So towards the end when the shootout with the skinhead guys and Hank and Gomez. Remember, like, the Todd guy? They have like this one quick shot of him shooting at them, and he just has like it just. Do you remember, Ben? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think I do. He had some sort of expression, right? It was just like...
He looked just like... It looked so bad, like... It almost looked like the director or whoever was just like, all right, Todd, or guy who's playing Todd, just like, we don't have the budget for blanks, and so just like pretend you're shooting. And he
didn't know how to do it.
And make the noise with your mouth.
It was so bad. I was like... It was so... And I remember that from the... when it aired, it was such a tense scene, and it was completely ruined for me.
Yeah, I do remember this.
Oh my god, it was so bad.
Pew pew.
Oh man, but that's all I could think about after going through, refreshing my memory, and then towards the end, it just all got replaced by this stupid That was such a bad. Who edited that part?
I don't know, but that was it was at the end of the episode, right? That thing.
Yeah, it was when it was.
I think it was at the end where like it was when they started the shootout.
Well, I don't think they showed too much of the shootout at the end of the episode. I think it was in the beginning of the next episode.
Really?
But regardless, that was just something I wanted to bring up.
All right,
because it was. What?
Oh well, are you going to dress up as Todd for the premiere? Put on your best impersonation,
and just walk around going pew pew pew.
Yeah, pretty much.
No.
Did you guys ever watch that movie Game Night?
Yeah.
Of course we did.
And that is the same act. I feel like that came out of a scene. I know that this is a scene out of Breaking Bad, but it feels like because his character is the exact same character in Game Night, I just imagine him just replacing all the gunfire towards the end of that movie with actual just pew pew sounds. And I think it'd be very appropriate.
Probably would have matched.
This dude was in Game Night?
Yeah, it's the police officer.
Yeah, he was the cop.
I don't really remember him.
What? How do you not remember him? He was the one that was always petting the dog. He was standing out in the driveway, and he goes, "Oh, I see that you got the scoops.
Yeah.
Are you having another game night?"
Oh, right. He was like the weird one. Okay,
yeah,
I remember.
He gained a few pounds for it, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All I could think about was when you're talking about Game Night was the scene when Jason Bateman's trying to bribe the whoever he was trying to bribe.
Oh no, that wasn't Jason Bateman. It was the other guy.
That wasn't. It was the other one who they found out where the location of the place was, and he was like sliding a dollar. He goes,
Yeah.
"Will this
Like crumple up
will
$1
this
bill.
convince you?" And it's like, no.
That wasn't Jason Bateman. who
No,
did
it was someone else. I don't remember the actor's name, but yeah.
That was a great scene. That's a great movie in general. I really thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah, too bad we weren't doing this when that movie came out.
Well, I mean, Ben's going to be off for about 2 weeks, so we could review other movies.
Yeah. Which, but before we get too far off from on a tangent or a segue that we almost missed, as far as the Breaking Bad El Camino movie that we will be attending, what are you guys wearing?
I'm going to try to wear my hazmat suit.
Did you ever actually get it?
I forgot to place the order, so I need to put that in
I
there.
thought you already did.
I know, and I forgot I didn't.
You forgot that you didn't do
Yeah,
it?
I think I had a dream that I did or something. So it'll get here. I'll be all hazmated up. I'll be inflatable hazmat suit Jesse. That's who I'll be.
Okay. Or at the very when he was fucking around in the.
That's my.
Or if you want, just go to like the UCI bio schools or whatever laboratory and just take one from there.
Oh yeah, of course. Why didn't I think of that? Just walk in, flash my ID, grab one, walk out.
Flip it open, flip it closed.
I wish that
David?
scene was from the best movie, but whatever. It's still a good scene.
Yep.
But yeah,
David?
wait, huh?
Yes. Well, I don't know what I'm dressing up as. I'm looking through all of them right now, trying to figure it out.
You can go as Slave Jesse.
Watch, David's gonna show up in like a gimp suit. He's like, I didn't actually watch the show.
Where was that list that you had sent over with like all the types?
Oh, shoot. It was from the Alamo Draft House. Yeah, they had like a style guide and everything. That was pretty cool. They also have drink specials for that night. Yeah, I'll have to send it to you later. I can't really find it right now. But yeah, it should be an exciting night. They this past weekend actually they had some showings for Joker, and Actually, on the Saturday showing, so yesterday, 7:30 showing, Joaquin Phoenix actually showed up and talked to the crowd afterwards. So that was cool.
Nice.
What? That's cool.
I know. So fingers crossed, maybe something will happen.
That was.
Who knows?
He did that on Saturday or Friday?
Saturday.
Oh, okay. So maybe if we're lucky, we won't have missed our opportunity by not going to the Friday one.
Man, but if something happened
if we
on
did,
Friday,
I'll never forgive you, David.
We could still go to the Friday one. And also go to the Saturday one. Just to cover our bases.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that they're not gonna the style guide, the Jesse style guide is exactly that, just a guide.
yeah, no, it was just like inspiration and crap. I don't think it was very serious. It was just like, hey, if you want to dress up.
I think all of us are wearing. It's so easy to get one of these hazmat suits. It's $10.
Yeah, there you go.
I have I put together something that's not a hazmat suit. It's kind of I got a I shelled out for a what's it called? Is it just called a respirator?
Oh, the respirator thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a full face respirator.
Cool.
I got one of those, one of the apron things.
Nice.
And then I got like this kind of like like season 1 through 3 Jesse style kind of bandana.
Oh, nice.
So, and then
here it is. There, I found the guide. You posted it on the.
That'll be my fit.
Nice.
Oh, here it is. Costume guide. Casual Jesse. Dude, I don't think I have jeans that are that big.
You can be the
flannel Jesse.
You can be season 5 Jesse.
No, I got it. I'm just gonna go and go buy a bathrobe, and I could be me time Jesse.
Which
when he goes.
When he goes to rehab.
Rehab.
I don't understand why that would be like a style. It was in one episode. He was, for like a few minutes, he was in a bathrobe.
Well, it's because he's casual Jesse for like all of the seasons.
Well, he's got the Captain Cook style Jesse, where he's got baggy everything, and then I guess later on he kind of slims it down.
All right, I think I'm going to hazmat because it's way faster just to buy one, but it's going to be so hot.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to get that, because 1, I thought it'd be too hot, and 2, I thought it'd make a lot of noise if I move around.
I imagine most of the movie would be really quiet, so it's just like a really tense scene where he's hiding from the police or something.
He's like trying to Stu scratches himself, and then you just hear
just trying to get your popcorn, just like.
Or maybe you'll just hear me in my respirator just going.
Why would you be wearing the respirator?
Yeah, why would you do that?
I'm in costume.
He's in character.
Why are you wearing a hazmat suit?
Because we're in character.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly.
I guess, yeah, you're right. There's no good questions here.
But I was looking at the Alamo Drafthouse menu,
yeah,
and holy damn.
I know, right? I know.
Like, can we stay there the entire day and just get everything that's on the menu?
Yes. Yes. Dear God, yes.
Did you see the adult shakes?
Yeah.
Damn.
I know. Oh my God, I'm really excited because I think.
Here. Wait,
they might be doing a beer.
Mobile is.
Wait, what?
Oh. It says the Rick Mobile is rickety rolling back into Alamo Chandler. Where's
Alamo
that?
Chandler? I don't know.
From Friends? Alamo Chandler Bing. Right? Friends?
Yeah.
Oh, Chandler, Arizona.
Oh, the Alamo Drive.
Guess we're going to Arizona.
Dude, that looks awesome.
The Rick Mobile?
Shit.
Dude, you know that it stopped by in Anaheim, right?
What?
Yeah. It stopped by in Anaheim a few times, I think. At Ball Logic.
Nice.
Yeah, good job, David.
Dang.
Was it just a merch truck that has Rick on it?
It's a
I put the link in there, and then you can see like they have a mobile store, and then
it's a weird looking
glassware's
truck,
kinda
man.
cool. Yeah, well, it's got Rick like bent over, and so you're driving out of his ass.
Yeah.
I mean, Arizona's not that far away, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a couple hours, like 8 hours maybe, 6 hours.
Yeah, the Dos and a Half Cincos Arizona special.
Yeah.
Beef bulgogi pizza. What is this?
I made a note of this shake because it sounded, I definitely am going to get this. It's the King adult shake.
What is in it?
It's blue cherry bay, banana rum, peanut butter, and bacon.
Ooh, man. Everything besides the peanut butter sounds great.
The other one, whiskey banana split, is Overholt rye, Lieber and Co. pineapple gum syrup, Monin dark chocolate. Sorry, Ben. Banana and strawberry puree. That one also sounds good.
Ooh, but we got a Captain Cook shake. That sounds really good.
Oh yeah, I didn't even look at like special menu items. These are just like their standard ones.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's gonna be a good. Where their offerings got to be good.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to the sampling a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it sounds like we have a pretty exciting week this week, I'm so excited for this. I have no idea what I'm going to do with the rest of the week. I'm just going to take all the time off for the rest of the week and just wait. And
Just go sit
maybe
outside Alamo.
Sir, you have a ticket. You are guaranteed admission. You don't need to worry about being here.
You don't have.
I just want to be first.
I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to be here. So that should be it. So speaking of which, did you guys see anything else besides, Stu's been spending a lot of time watching Breaking Bad. Ben, do you got anything?
Yeah, actually, well, I mean, let's see, The Good Place started up, so I started watching that again, and this is kind of on and off again, but sometimes I watch South Park, and this past episode I really liked it. Did you guys check it out?
No, I haven't.
I
haven't been watching South Park.
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of drop in and out of the story sometimes, and this one was pretty good. It was about Randy going to China to sell weed, and pretty much he at the same time Stan gets frustrated because his whole family moved out into the countryside to sell weed, and now he lives like an hour away from South Park, and so he gets angry and makes a death metal band. And it does so well that a movie executive goes out and says, "Hey, we want to make a movie about you," and so they also try to market the movie to China. And so they both get to experience how the Chinese government operates on media in America. It's a pretty damn good episode, I would say. And also, I don't know, it's definitely pretty topical with everything else that's been going on. I mean, like the Houston Rockets recently got fucked over, right?
What? I didn't hear about that.
GM thing? Yeah, there was something that was tweeted out by the GM. I didn't really pay too much attention, but I saw that they were not very happy with it.
So the GM tweeted out about the Hong Kong protests, and China.
Daryl Morey.
Yeah, he tweeted about the Hong Kong protests, saying come on Hong Kong, or come on China, give Hong Kong a break, and China did not like that. China didn't like that at all. So guess what?
You can't even run your own basketball team, let alone run our country. Get out of here.
China's not cool and wants you to pay now.
Yeah, Jesus, man. They pretty much cut off the rockets from everything. Cool. Okay, and this is what the part I don't get. So, the Chinese Basketball Association, the CBA, they are censoring all of the rockets from anything basketball related, right?
Because he said something?
Yeah. They're cutting out just the rockets. Just the rockets.
Aren't the rockets like the most like the biggest like foothold that China has in
Yao Ming back in the
Yeah,
day.
and Yao is the president of the CBA. So what are they going to
that
say
must be
every time,
awkward.
they bring up Yao's past? It's like, oh yeah, but Yao, what team did you play with? I don't know. Just
We play for a red team in America. Team of China.
the Houston Red Star.
glorious.
Oh man, dude, we're gonna get banned from China now.
Oh, nuts.
No, I mean not. We're never going to.
We
get
had our
banned.
greatest foothold because of.
Well, we'd have to be in China in order for them to ban us. So
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, let's go back and think about other things. Like, remember that game Devotion that made Keith play?
right.
That got banned.
Wasn't that?
They got taken off of Steam entirely.
Oh,
Yeah, because of the whole China thing. So,
that's weird.
I know, right? Because they put in a Winnie the Pooh reference. And yeah,
What?
so
That I never actually saw when we were watching Keith.
yeah,
play.
no, that's the
Or-
thing. This is what it was. It was a little one of those talismans on the wall. Said Winnie the Pooh, Xi Jinping, idiot.
Mm.
That's it.
And now that you've said that, this is definitely banned now.
No, China's
we
a
don't
great place.
We're just repeating.
All
Yeah,
hail
we're just
Chinese
repeating
government.
somebody else's insubordination.
Yeah,
We are not supporting the infidels.
yeah. All glory to the
They need
Chinese
to
government.
be dealt with swiftly.
I don't even think reporting on stuff like this is acceptable. Like, it should just.
We're telling on them. We are not teacher pet. But yeah, no, that was something crazy. I just looked it up, and it said that Daryl Morey just already issued a apology tweet. Man, Twitter is just never gonna go away. It's just always gonna stay relevant. Like, people are still falling to. I thought Twitter was gonna die maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah, I don't even really use Twitter, so I have no opinion.
I mean,
so-
I don't know. I mean, I still use it. Still works for me. So
I mean, obviously, it still functions as a platform, but
yeah, I mean, no one's fallen off of it for me. I guess all my news sources are still up.
hang on. I'm gonna go dig through Ben's tweets to see if he said anything that's slightly racial or homophobic. And if you have, Ben, oh man,
We're gonna
you're done.
find it.
You
We're
are
definitely
fucking
gonna
done,
find it.
Ben. I swear to God, I will end you.
The only it's really disappointing.
We'll report you to the authorities.
I gotta say, my Twitter is severely disappointing. I mean, all of it is just Simpsons posts, and
Is it just ranch dressing and Simpson posts?
I mean, actually,
You know what, Grant? What's great with Ranch? Everything. Literally everything.
it's very
Tweet over.
disappointing. This is
Oh, Balrog Ben, 7 followers.
yeah.
Is this your last post from 2016? You just told me you still use Twitter.
Yeah, I use it to follow people.
No, 2016 was the last tweet.
Yeah, it's,
And the last picture was posted was either as The Simpsons, and prior to that was Neighbors 2. Wait, no, Mike and Dave need Dave.
yeah.
Wow.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
And I guess it was because you were super stoked about getting boba in Taiwan or something?
No, it's this boba shop that was in Tustin has this video wall, and
So
if you
not even
nope,
that great of a... You didn't even post the boba.
no, I mean like we just wanted to get on their video board,
Oh, got
and
it.
we just tried to post the best pictures we could, and those are the pictures.
Don't worry. If you've said something a little bit racy, I'll find it. Don't you worry.
Twitter always finds it.
Yeah.
That's why we can never make it big. If we do, we're done for.
Wow, you were really... I'm looking at all your posts. It's like only in relation to that boba place. Like there's boba. I guess there's Kevin and
So here's the key: if you want Ben to post anything on Twitter, all you need to do is have a TV or some type of display that posts, shareable pictures, and then he will continue to post until he'll get something on there. So if that's what you're looking for, if you want Ben's patronage, just all you have to do is install.
It worked. It worked for like 2 of those photos.
I don't know if I'm just not using Twitter right, but Ben, is this accurate to say that pretty much you've only posted on Twitter when it's come to something about Boba time?
Yeah.
I'm looking at January 30th, 2016. It's Boba time. Another one, same day, Boba time. February 12th. Hey, Kevin, you'll never guess what time it is, Boba time. February 20th, guess what time it is, Kev? Boba time.
Boba time.
Yeah.
Pretty much all of his tweets, except for the... nope. Actually, you know what? They're all Boba time.
That's funny.
Oh, man.
I really wanted to get on that board.
Hashtag Boba time. We need to come up with a new hashtag.
This episode brought to you by Boba time.
It's Boba time. Boba time.
Hey,
Boba
Kevin,
time,
guess
Boba
what
time,
time it
Boba
is?
time. No, I see Boba on there. It's somebody else is holding the Boba.
No, but I'm saying every hashtag is Boba time.
Boba time.
Every picture, even the picture with the Mike and Dave need whatever that movie was, it's still Boba time.
This episode brought to you by Boba
man.
Time. Enter code. It's Boba Time to get nothing off your order for Boba at Boba Time.
Oh my god. All right.
add extra to your amount at Boba time.
Well, I feel like we have learned so much more about each other now that we know that Boba time is the catchphrase or the thing that Ben needs to be able to post something on. That's a requirement. It's just going to end up on Boba time regardless, no matter what tweet it is. So,
we're bringing it back.
Yep, sounds good. All right, so we're going to run right into our box office rundown for this week. There are some interesting things that came up for this one. So, number one, taking the top spot is Abominable with $20 million. That one's a new one to this list. Downton Abbey shifts down from number 1 to number 2
Called
with
it.
$14 million.
Called
What?
it. You lose.
I thought.
We had a bet.
What was our bet on this one?
Our bet was that me and Ben said that Downton Abbey would stay in the top 3, I think,
Yeah.
and you said it would drop out to like to the bottom 8 or something, bottom 7 or something.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I was wrong. Number 3 is Hustlers down.
No.
from
I want you to
number 5.
bask. I want you to marinate and bask in how wrong you were.
Excuse me. You want me to marinate in the fact that you guys called it wrong, that you guys said Ad Astra was going to...
none of
Rambo
us-
was going to outweigh... Hold on. I'll correct. You guys were the ones that were telling me I was crazy in thinking that Downton Abbey was going to outperform Rambo.
Yeah, but we were also all wrong about it performing at
Performing
Astra.
at
So we canceled
Astra.
it out.
That's right. Marinate in your loss, David. Marinate.
Whatever. Okay. All right. Well,
Let's just all
we
take a
continue
moment and recognize how wrong David was.
Na, 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 na. All right, moment's over.
What song is that?
I will remember
okay.
you. Come on. All right.
All right.
Number 3 is Hustlers, out from number 5. It Chapter 2 stays at number 4 with 10 million. Ad Astra drops from number 2 to number 5 with 10. Rambo follows suit from number 3, is now down to 6. Judy is a newcomer to this one. That one placed at number 7. Good Boys still holding on to a top 10 spot in number 8, down from 7. Lion King is still holding on it, gripping for dear life, is at number 9, down from number 6. And Angels Fallen is down from 8 to number 10. Dropping out of the top 10 is Fast and Furious and Overcomer. I know, we were surprised about that one. And then, interesting, did you guys know anything about this Friends 25th, the one with the anniversary?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Like Fathom event that placed number 12, and it was in very limited releases, obviously. But I guess it made a pretty like decent showing to be able to round out like within the top 15. That's for sure. So,
I did not know.
Anything interests you guys at all besides the fact that Downton Abbey did stay in the top 3?
I don't. No.
Not really.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty
vanilla this week.
Yeah, pretty slow week. Didn't you say you wanted to watch Abominable?
Yeah, but we decided to go see Rambo: Last Blood instead, right?
Are you disappointed that we didn't see the #1 movie in America?
I am a little bit disappointed because I actually wanted to see that, but that's no surprise to you guys, and I feel like there's a joke coming, so I'm just gonna sit silent.
Well, the joke's not coming; it's already here.
This is painful now.
Is it because there's Asians in it?
Is there Asians?
Dude, the food looks so good. Yeah, I think it's set in Japan.
What?
I thought the Abominable Snowman was from like Nepal or something.
No, he's from Nepal, but I think it's based in China, I think, or something like that.
Of course.
Because everything in China number
So
one.
the Abominable Snowman is from Tibet, and then they have to go
Whoa. It's getting a little too political now.
The Abominable
Wait,
Snowman's from
what's Tibet? You mean China North?
Oh,
North China?
North China. What are you talking about?
China North? It
Let-
sounds,
let-
it sounds like a
be-
mall
let-
or something.
The North China. Don't worry, we will educate Ben to make sure he understands the way of the people of the Republic of
David,
China.
you could try to kiss ass all you want. I think the damage is done. Like, I think we're banned. Like,
Yeah.
I love the
Yeah,
CCP. Good. All hail Z. I love Winnie the Pooh.
he is totally not an idiot.
Oh my goodness. All right, so anything interesting in there, guys, at all? Outside of the fact that the #1 movie in America is animated and not rated R?
Well, I mean, that's not really interesting because, I mean, it's not rated R. So that's expected, right? Right?
Yeah, you can finally be right this week, Ben.
I'm always right. That's the thing.
Except, like, the last
Yeah, I'm always right.
weeks when you were...
It's pretty boring being right all the time.
I don't know. What is this movie, Judy? Is like, it just kind of popped up. I would have expected to at least seen something about it. What is this?
The #7 movie in America.
I mean,
Judy.
It just popped up, and it was just.
Well,
number
we
7.
could do this thing. We're just pull up the
we're gonna do the
poster,
guess,
and then we're gonna guess what we think it is.
All right, sweet.
It does have Renee Zellweger in it.
Renee Zellweger.
I'm gonna
Is that how you pronounce it?
Zellweger.
Zellweger?
Zellweger.
Zellweger. Renee
Whoa.
Zellweger.
What'd you say?
Zellweger?
What'd you just call me?
Zellweger.
With a hard
All y'all
R.
look alike.
Judy Well, this is gonna be tough because I don't even really know who Judy. I know of the name. Who is Judy?
Judy Garland?
Yeah.
Oh. I just.
You don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Like Wizard of Oz, Julie Garland?
Oh yeah,
Whoa.
Judy Garland.
Ah.
It was Judy Garland.
Ben, this is the point where you're supposed to wow us with your cinematic
Oh
knowledge.
yeah, Judy Garland. She
Go.
was the girl in the Resident Evil movies, the main one. Yep,
Claire.
What?
Jill.
Jill. Yep, that was her. Yep, Resident Evil 2,
Renee Zellweger?
Resident Evil, Outbreak, Annihilation, Apocalypse,
Wait.
Resident Evil Endgame.
I feel like I'm
Resident
getting
Evil
lost on
Infinity
this
War.
reference all of a sudden. I'm definitely lost now.
You don't remember Resident Evil Infinity War?
Okay, I know that one's not real.
That was my favorite one. I don't know.
Wait, it was a 3-hour movie, right?
Yeah. It was a 3-hour 4-disc movie.
4 discs. Oh, dude.
Like you got to
It took
Please
2
insert
laser
disc
discs. You had
two
to
to
flip it
continue.
over and then
Yeah. But make sure you save on your memory card. You need a memory card.
We're sorry, your save file is corrupted.
Oh, fuck. I got to go back to disc 1.
Well,
But,
so
yeah, I don't know. This isn't going to be a very fruitful segment where we guess what the movie's about because the poster's not giving me much, and I don't know who Judy Garland is.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll just leave it like that because there's
something
no
about-
point in us trying.
Something about singing and maybe
She is holding
Broadway?
her chest. Maybe it's something about a, maybe
I think
she has
it's-
a heart thing.
Broadway related? Is it like
Maybe.
okay?
I mean, it has to be something about Wizard of Oz. I mean, the poster looks like Wizard of Oz with the font, right?
All right.
That's
I'm
about.
going to cheat.
That's
I'm
all
gonna
I got.
cheat and just look up who Judy Garland is.
Boo.
Is she the lady who played Wizard? Not Wizard.
I
of
think
Oz,
it was a
but
Wizard of Oz.
She played what's her name?
Toto.
Yeah, Toto.
Do 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 do.
Wow. I love that song.
Yeah, I love Weezer.
Wow.
Just slowly getting further and further away.
Yeah, she is in the Wizard of Oz. Yes.
Okay, well, I guess it's about Wizard of Oz. All right, well, that wasn't the best segment, but we'll get them next time.
Yeah, we'll get 'em next time.
Champs.
Damn.
Shut up, Ben.
Damn it.
I said it.
All right, well, that wraps up our box office rundown for this week. It's a little bit scarce this week, in anticipation for Joker, which will be coming out next week. I'm sure that'll probably be our movie of the week without any question. I will, just go down and say yes to that.
I mean, are you sure you don't want to see Abominable?
Yeah, we could say Abominable.
Guys, don't play with my heart. Don't play with my heart. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll be Joker. As sure as I am that Downton Abbey was going to drop out of the top 5.
So not sure at all is what you're saying.
This week. No, I'm pretty sure the Joker's going to be it. So, we're going to dive right in. We're just going to talk about Rambo's Last Blood.
Rambo's Last Blood.
Rambo.
Does Rambo
Last Blood.
possess the
No, it's
last
Rambo.
blood?
Sorry, Rambo Last Blood. Ben, do you have a synopsis for us?
I like Rambo's Last Blood.
Based on this movie's about my last blood.
That's a terrible sly.
Holy shit. Wait, can we just watch like
halfway through
Rambo on mute and just have you dub over everything?
What is he doing? Tim Allen now?
This is slowly like transforming into Yogi
Is this
Bear.
full time?
Hey, woo-woo. This is my last blood.
Oh man, that's gonna be his last great movie. Is gonna be Yogi.
Slice Stallone.
Yeah.
Yogi. I can't do it. I'm laughing too hard right now.
What? So all the forest rangers like gang up on him, and then he has to fight off all the forest rangers, and then Boo Boo has to become Rambobo or some shit. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie.
He tells Boo Boo, they drew first blood.
I will draw the last blood.
That was a
This is my
terrible
last
Boo Boo
blood.
impression.
I didn't say that. I didn't say it was supposed to be
Sure,
Boo-Boo.
sure you did.
I don't even remember what Boo Boo.
I don't remember what he
sounds
sounds like. I just remember.
Well, it didn't sound like that.
like. I keep thinking of Scrappy. It's not-
Puppy power.
They drew
Leave me
first
in 'em.
blood, Scoob.
School. Sorry. So, Ben, do you have a synopsis for us for Rambo Last Blood?
Yeah, I do. Charlie and Dewey enjoy a steak and patties when Frank comes in and yells at them for stealing his venison that he hunted. Dennis and Mac tell him that hunting deer is no challenge, but that hunting a human is the only true test of a hunter. Frank insists that they shouldn't hunt a man because he once was hunted and was forced to kill his assailants. Disregarding Frank's warning, Mac and Dennis agree to hunt cricket to get a taste of what it's like to hunt the most dangerous game. With both of them drawing first blood, Frank decides it's up to him to make sure it's the last.
Oh, That's pretty.
I'm just gonna
accurate.
leave that there. I'm not even gonna try.
I mean, it's what
Yeah,
happened.
that's what
basically.
Man is the most dangerous game.
Yeah, it's a hunt.
Yep.
They drew first blood. And now Rambo's going to draw the last.
Yep. He's gonna.
And yeah.
Quick aside. Did you know that the second Rambo movie was actually called Rambo First Blood Part 2?
Really?
Yeah. So there was two
so they
First
couldn't call it
Bloods.
Second Blood. First Blood. Second First Blood.
Third blood.
It's not really First Blood anymore.
Last Blood.
Nobody gets an achievement for getting Second Blood. Like, so.
First Blood. Now
Second
First Blood.
Participation blood.
That's the guy who's like 0 and 15.
Yeah.
I helped Blood. All right, Stu. Well, what did you think?
It was all right. It was if I were to compare it, use the 2008 Rambo as a comparison, I would say it was better than the 2008 Rambo. But in general, it was just all right.
Rating?
I'll give it a. I want to give it something lower than what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna give it a 7. And
What?
yeah, maybe a 6, but 6 to 7.
Okay.
But just not to get open up the political thing, but I'm just in the back of my mind. It always just annoys me how Sly Stallone is just like openly anti-gun, yet like he glorifies like this kind of stuff in all like most of his movies.
Yeah, that's a bit confusing.
So, but I'm trying not to view it through that lens right now. So I'll give it a 6.5.
Okay. Ben?
Oh boy. Okay, so a little background for me. I have not seen Rambo at all, aside from
10.
that one It's Always Sunny episode, and I think that gave a pretty good rundown of what the Rambo franchise is about.
Yeah. I mean, Frank definitely gives you the synopsis of First Blood.
Oh, that really was.
They give you the synopsis of the First Blood. So. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I wasn't a big fan of this movie. In fact, I could say that I didn't really enjoy this movie too much.
Did you walk out of it?
No. I mean...
Did you use the bathroom and then leave?
I mean... I can't say I wanted to take a dump because the dump was already on the screen.
Oh. All right. Well, then, Ben, what's the rating you give?
2 out of 10.
Wow.
I am not far behind. I would give it a 4. Oof. There were so many for me, there was just so many plot holes that I was just like, how did he end up from this point to this
point? Wait. If we're talking about plot holes and how he ended up from point A to point B, how come you didn't say that about fucking Fast or Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw?
Well, because you were too busy talking about it so much, I couldn't even lay on. Because else we spent the entire podcast would be us trying to measure the time between Moscow and the Samoan Islands.
I gotta side with Ben on this one. I don't think you can use that as an arrow in your quiver if if you didn't use it for Hobbs and Shaw.
Well, I used it for Ad Astra.
For Ad Astra, but they're in the future.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I know.
Don't even get us started on Ad Astra, David. You're still dead to us from that.
Well, I'm the dead host of this show.
The dead host of this dead show.
Okay, well, hang on, time out. I just want to be clear. I'm not my rating is not factoring in that this is a Rambo movie. Okay, so
nope. Number 7.
I'm
Such a good movie.
My scores.
Oscar nominee. This better be on your ballot, Stu. It just got a 7 out of 10. And then as you had said 7, you literally were like, "This is a sliding scale. It's actually 6.5."
It is.
Actually, it's 6. Actually, it's
nobody,
not 5.
Hang on.
It's
let
not
me
4.
Fucking talk. Nobody goes into a Rambo movie thinking it's gonna be great. So
Why
yeah.
did you think it would be great?
Why did Yogi come
That
back?
was actually a little bit. I think that was a little better at that time. You're just getting better. I just wanted to make that clear. Like, if I'm comparing this, that's why I said if I'm comparing it to the 2008 Rambo, it was better than 2008 Rambo. But in general, it was not that great of a movie.
Well, I really feel like this is really right in your wheelhouse. So I'm glad that we had in the aficionado, rate it well. So that means that if you were wondering where the echelon of Rambo movies goes, how would you rate them? Last Blood obviously is better than the last one, whatever the name of that movie was. I think it was just called Rambo, right?
Yeah, 2008 Rambo was just called a Rambo.
Okay.
I would rank the 2008 Rambo in dead last.
Okay.
This would probably be. I don't remember too much of Rambo. I think whatever came
First
after
Blood and the First
second
Blood
second First Blood.
The second of the First Blood.
Yeah, but I'd probably at least rate it above the 2008 Rambo. The 2008 Rambo, for anyone who hasn't seen it, I don't really care if it's a spoiler, was was really bad in this because Rambo wasn't even really doing that much Rambo stuff in it. The whole climax was him standing on a machine gun just blowing people to pieces for 15 minutes. So it wasn't very that's why this one had much more Rambo-esque stuff in it. That's why I gave it a higher score, a little higher score.
Oh, okay.
But just to be clear, since you guys are giving it 2s and 4s.
Well, okay, so this is a pretty big action staple, right? I mean, I don't really have too much of a background for this, so I mean, with the realism and the attention to the violence and guns, I mean, we really have to turn to our gun expert here, David.
Yeah.
How realistic is this?
What? I've never said that out. What?
David, come on! You've always said I'm only part of this
yeah.
podcast because I know so much about guns. So please tell us
remember that.
what is the realism with the weapon handling and the action?
I'm
What's
so
the
about the
deal?
gunplay. Yeah, show me more gunplay.
Well, Stu, what is the consensus with the gunplay here?
Well, I don't know. I feel like we can get into that in the next segment.
Okay.
I don't want to start talking about that now.
I will say the reason why I didn't give it a 2 is there were some enjoyable scenes where he is a freaking badass.
Yeah. There's plenty of those scenes, but yeah, as far as the story goes, it was, and we'll get into it later, but I do have some gripes. I'm sure we all have the same gripes. So,
all right. Well, I mean, do we have anything else to say that's not spoiler
I don't
related?
know.
I think that we can probably go into the spoiler zone, but before we do that, we'll have a word from our sponsors, and we'll come right back.
Hey guys, you want to get some boba? Well, come on down to Boba Time, and you'll get post on your Twitter that you're at Boba Time, and if you're Ben Sumali, we're gonna actively ignore you. So come on down to Boba. If you're not Ben Sumali, you get 50% off. It's Boba Time.
Wow, that was pretty accurate. They do ignore me.
Hey, Stu, to be able to get anything special, what do you have to do besides posts on the Twitter?
Not be Ben Sumali.
Sounds great. All right, we'll be over at Boba Time. Check us out every Thursday for a meet and greet.
David and I will be at Boba Time, but Ben won't.
Because he's not allowed in anymore because he abused the Twitter board.
And the Instagram, I think.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be entering the spoiler zone for Rambo Last Blood. Just want to let you know, if you want to see this movie and you don't want anything spoiled for you, definitely skip over this and go straight to the end, pretty much. If not, you're more than welcome to join us and just let you know that you've been warned. So, Stu, what did you want to talk about? Let's talk about the gunplay. I guess that's what we were kind of alluding to from before.
It wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst either. It was fairly average. There wasn't anything too like completely ridiculous. Although like the effect, they definitely like for cinematic effect, they definitely ramped up like the effectiveness of a lot of the guns. Like guys getting like they're like just blown in half or like all just like the super gore scenes they had. But yeah, there were a couple like little things I liked. There was the one scene, one of the traps he set where he just basically put like a bunch of dug little holes and put bullets in them so that when you walk across and step on them, they would they would press down on the primer and they'd go off. That was a neat trap, but at the same time, it was the effectiveness of it was like a little exaggerated. Like like their lower half just turned into like pink mist. So, but there was plenty of that going on. But I mean, yeah, in general, it wasn't the best. But also, I've seen a lot worse. So.
When he was interrogating that guy at the club, is that realistic? Mm-hmm. Him just grabbing his bone out of his body?
Well, no, because he hit him with the.
Yeah, I think he broke it first.
He broke it first.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. I think the piercing of the hand through the body. Okay, I agree with you. I don't know if that's possible.
Is it?
Wait, the piercing of the what?
Like the skin. Like he just dug his hand into it. Like.
Or did he cut it?
I wouldn't say that's realistic, but. Because this is Rambo, this is John Rambo we're talking about, I would totally believe that he broke the dude's collarbone and then grabbed a hold of it and just like pulled it out of his shoulder. So that's where I stand. That was actually one of my favorite scenes was him breaking that guy's collarbone and just like threatening to rip it out with his bare hand.
What about the Kali Ma part?
That part,
he tore his chest open and then he went through it. It wasn't like he just grabbed through it. Like John Rambo has like these calcified like fingers or something like that, and he just dug them in.
I think it was a fitting way for him to finish off the big bad or whatever they call him. However, I feel like they could have done it at least a little more realistic. Like he should have had to like break through the guy's rib cage or something to actually do that. But
the sounds for that were just so it kind of made me cringe a little bit. I was like,
yeah,
yes, go after it. The big bad guy, I felt I was a little bit. I actually was originally going to give it a 5. But then I saw the guy had his hair tied back just like Jon Snow.
I was about to say.
I was like, no, you guys lost a point just for that. That's stupid. That should not have been done. That guy does not deserve to.
Was I the only one? No. Was I the only one sitting in the theater like the whole time going, is that Kit Harington? No, that's not Kit Harington.
Yeah, I kept thinking that. I was like, did they get Kit Harington for this part?
It's not Jon Snow. It's Juan Snow.
Okay. And we'll get some mariachi Game of Thrones cut in there theme. But yeah, the whole movie, I was like, no, that's not him. Is it? No.
Wow, whole star for that.
Yeah.
I was very mad. I was just like, no, this
David's
is not...
scoring system is extremely subjective.
There's a lot of emotion involved in a lot of it.
It's very impulsive and very emotional.
If I sense a some type of reference, even though it's probably not expected or they weren't trying to do it, I'm just gonna bury you for it. It's like, nope, no, thank you.
So I want to hear from either of you because I'm pretty sure we're gonna have the same gripe about the plot of the movie, or at least some of the plot holes. But I want to hear from you guys because I also wanted to bounce off an alternative to see if it would have helped at all. So,
I think someone explained it to me like this, but I thought it was really weird that he was able to cross over the border from the U.S. into Mexico with a gun just in his glove compartment. And
well, I don't think they stop. They don't really stop.
I guess so. Yeah, somebody told me they don't stop you on the way down; they only stop you on the way back.
Yeah, that part was fine. I think.
Okay, but then it was just how fast he was able to get down there. I was like, how close?
So I actually did look this up because I was curious too. They are in what's the town called? I wrote it down here. They're somewhere. They're in a town in Arizona that's basically almost like a border town. He's probably like an hour or two drive from the border. So
really,
yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so maybe that's also not a problem. Okay,
because I was curious when the girl was going to her friends, and then she just does a U-turn and she's
in Mexico.
Yeah,
I was like, how do they not know she's missing for 2 days? And then there's that scene where Sly looks over and goes, "Wait a minute, her car's not back yet." And I'm like, well, how long has it only been? Has it been 4 days? That's kind of weird. And then it was the part where he goes down there and he kills them, and then he comes back and has all the time in the world to prepare all those traps.
Oh God!
I'm like, dude, how long did
it take all over again?
No, but okay, one dude to be able to rig all that stuff in less than 12 hours. He dug up an entire all that.
No. The tunnels were already there. Tunnels were already there.
No, I know that.
Oh, okay.
But the setting up of the traps and stuff, and then digging out the entire trench to be able to fill it with all that explosive and all that stuff.
Wait. Okay, I could suspend disbelief for this part because, well, what Stu said, it's a Rambo movie. But I mean, when I bring it up for fucking Hobbs and Shaw, no, everyone is just like, no, it's Hobbs and Shaw. Dwayne Johnson can do it overnight. How come John Rambo can't do it?
How come? What?
If anything, it would make more sense that John Rambo can do it because he's fucking John Rambo, and he lives and breathes setting up traps and stuff like that.
Yeah, I kind of warmed up to that idea, but fucking Hobbs and Shaw, they rigged a whole fucking island, and then you guys were like, oh no, it's fine, it's Hobbs and Shaw. They can go from Moscow to fucking Samoa in 1 fucking hour.
7 episodes later.
Oh, it's gonna be longer than 7 episodes.
He's still seething.
Every movie we watch, he's gonna bring it up. It was abominable. Can you believe that they got from I don't know, Kyoto to Tokyo?
It's the Hobbs and Shaw argument. All right, it's the Hobbs and Shaw argument. It's just gonna keep
clearly time lapses are the bane of Ben's existence, and so is movies that are rated R that place number 1 in the box office.
It's the Hobbs and Shaw fallacy.
Yeah, it is. Great. So why are we moving this up, David? Huh?
You're right. I have no reason.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, okay, so that was David. Well, so David had a couple gripes there. What about you, Ben? What was your story? What was your gripes with the plot?
Okay, well, I mean, plot. I mean, it seems like we probably are going to be in agreement on this. I mean, the acting was pretty bad outside of some, Sly stuff. Acting from the girl. The girl's dad seemed really weirdly cast. Was he in the previous films or no?
No.
Okay, well,
he was. He was a totally. That was a weird kind of story.
Throw in.
I mean, they needed something to get her down into Mexico, I guess. So that's what it was.
Well, they also needed him to have a niece because he never had a kid before. So
yeah,
no. Actually, I was reading about it because I was curious. The woman and the girl are not actually related to him. They're apparently family friends.
Oh,
or a family friend to the Rambo family, I guess. I think something like, I don't know. They might have known his dad. That's why they were on the farm. I think that was his dad's farm.
Okay.
Horse ranch or whatever. Anyways, but I don't think they're actually related.
Okay, yeah.
But they're kind of like I guess he kind of like sort of adopted her in a sense.
Yeah, he's just the uncle, right? Kind of.
Right.
Okay. Well, I think that it was just kind of weird. I don't know why that part particularly stuck out to me, but the girl's dad just seemed.
It was very weird.
He seemed like really. It's not that he was also. I don't know if he's a bad actor, but he didn't really sell his part too well, and he didn't really seem cast very well either. I mean, when you go see his dad, they're trying to drive this point that he's a terrible person, and he just like, abandoned her, and that he even delivers the line, you mean nothing to me. Now get out of here, right? Like, he didn't even seem intimidating or anything. He just seemed like a regular dude. Like, you're nothing to me. All right, get out of here.
Yep.
Yeah, it just seemed really weird, and then she started crying. It's just like, what's going on? What am I watching?
And then the idea, the fix is go to a club and then let your friend get drugged, and then I'm gonna sell you to the sex slave.
Yeah, that was a weird.
It was all a vehicle to get her into that club.
Yeah, that's why I pretty much kind of saw it as like this whole movie was just like a vehicle to get a bunch of dudes to go into John Rambo's ranch that he has like rigged up so he can hunt people down. That is all I saw this movie as. So I'm okay with that. However, I would have liked it if the action scenes, I don't know, to me were a little better. I mean, it seemed like a lot of the action scenes were like hit and miss, and mostly miss. There were some cool parts, him breaking into that. I don't even remember the antagonist's name, but the brothers, one of the guys' places. He broke into it and he's knifing people. Just throwing knives at them. That was pretty cool. I like that. It was really tense.
Right.
The beginning of the last raid on his ranch, I thought that was pretty cool. But I don't know. It just it kind of dragged out to me, that part. I mean, they had to like.
Yeah, at some point.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh.
No, you go ahead.
Okay.
No, you.
No, you. Not you.
Nah.
Why are you Arnold now? This isn't the Expendables,
Don't
David.
ask questions.
Yeah, it felt a little dragged out. Like they had some really cool ideas. Like, oh, let's up this trap and this trap and this trap, and well, it when it started playing out, it was pretty cool. It was just like damn, like over again, and then like it's minute 5 rolled around, and it's like I feel like they reused a lot of the traps a lot. Like it.
Yeah, I feel like there were more traps and more trap scenes than there were dudes who were invading.
No, they just like
ranch.
started spawning random dudes. It's just like, hey, you guy in craft services, you want to be part of a movie?
Hell yeah, I want to get blown up.
I'm just here to deliver the water on set. What did you guys
just
do?
hold this prop gun and run through here.
We don't have enough guys.
I think the traps at the end, there were a bunch. I remember, like, the whole something's hanging from the top and hits them, and then he runs up and shoots them in the face or something. He did that like 5 times or something.
Yeah, I forget. There was a movie. Man, actually, it might have even been some of the John Wick movies where like, and I'm not trying to blaspheme on our Lord and Savior John Wick, but like there were a lot of scenes like in this movie too where it's like the guy gets hit by the trap and is clearly going to die, but then Rambo decides to just shoot him a bunch of times anyway.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, wow, this is some extra shit right now. It's just like, damn.
Yeah. Rambo's so extra right now.
You're just like, fuck, this guy is fucking dead, and then Rambo just runs up to him and shoots him.
Just to make sure. Yeah. I don't know, maybe it's more satisfying for him.
It's funny how you say John Wick, because part of that did remind me of it, where the whole prep of that last scene where he's putting guns everywhere, so when he's running around he just picks up a gun and runs. It's like in John Wick Part 2, right? In the catacombs, was that it?
The catacombs.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of that, except I feel like the payoff for that one was so much for John Wick was so much more, because each gun has its own. It was like a featured character almost. You know, it was
Right.
like,
Yeah.
damn, you know, like you remember when he gets the shotgun? Oh my god, the shotgun scene.
Oh god, the shotgun. I mean, not to turn this into the John Wick Chapter 2 episode, but my favorite one was when he ran out of ammo with the shotgun, and he jams the barrel into the guy's chest so he can reload.
Oh my god,
one shell and finish him off. That was, oh man.
Yeah, whereas
Goosebumps.
in this one you do there was a lot of prep for this, and you do remember some of it, but none of them were very memorable to me.
I remember the one where he sharpened the rod and then he drilled a hole.
Yeah.
And then he just jammed it in the two guys' thing.
Cut
and
his
then
legs.
The one where they fall into the pit and then they get stabbed in that one.
I like the one where he what do you call it? Kind of sabotaged the structural integrity of one of the tunnels, so that when a bunch of them ran in.
Oh, and then he just knocks it over and then it comes crashing down.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got really creative in the way that they were eliminating a lot of people. The one thing I didn't understand is, like, when they got to that point, like, when they were driving up, and then the cars got exploded, and there was, like, this trench, like, almost like a moat around. Mm-hmm. Why didn't they just drive through the portion that wasn't exploded? Why didn't everybody just get out of the car?
I don't know. When I see those types of scenes, I always wonder, like, can't they just kind of go through it?
Or go around it.
I'm thinking, like, maybe it's because, like, if it's like napalm, maybe it's like a lot hotter than just like your normal fire, and would actually, like, maybe it would, like, if they drove over it, it would, like, explode the gas tank or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to justify like that kind of stuff. But I don't really know why.
Wait, were the other Rambo movies like this? Where is it like Home Alone? Is Rambo like Home Alone?
I don't think the Rambo, no, not the first two. They were more like, I remember I showed you the scene from UHF.
Yeah.
Where there was more. I think Rambo the second, First Blood, was more like that scene where he actually, like, has to go in and, like, to, like, some place in, like, Vietnam or Cambodia and rescue, like, a prisoner or something. So
so it's more like Home Alone 2.
He was more active. Wait, I don't think.
Home Alone 2, Away from Home.
But there was the same amount of cheese pizzas. So
wow.
All right. So one of the gripes, which I probably will pop into your head as soon as I say it, as far as the story goes, the part that I didn't like, one of the parts I didn't like about it was the whole, like, he goes down to Mexico, gets beaten up, comes back, and then goes back down again, and then comes back again, like, and that was all, like, because he got beaten up, and then he went back, and then he went back down again to go try to go get his quote unquote, or I guess niece.
Wait. I thought it was that he went down there to get his niece, right? And then he gets beaten up.
Right.
And then he gets taken in by that reporter lady. And then he was there for a while, and then he goes out to try to find her again, and he does. And then he takes her back, and then he goes back.
Okay, yeah. Right. So, sorry, I got it wrong. So, but still, so he goes down, gets beaten up, and then goes back to go try to get his daughter or niece, and then he gets her, and then she ends up dying on the way back. So he gets back to Arizona, and then he goes back down again to do the thing, and then comes back, and then that's where the end of the movie starts.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a little weird that they killed off the niece. I think there could have been a little less, like, him going back and forth so much, if it wasn't so much that, like, maybe they didn't kill her off, and rather it was something like she was, like, one of those head guys, like, favorite, like, sex slaves or whatever. Yeah. And when Rambo killed the brother and took her back, then he was like, oh, fuck that, I'm gonna go get him. And then, like, she could have stayed alive, and there would still be this, climax that they had, I feel like. with less running around all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, the plot was a little bit all over the place, honestly. I mean, what was even the point of the reporter lady?
Yeah, that's another thing too. It's like, okay,
she was there to save him.
Yeah, but then like nothing came out of it.
Yeah, she's just like, yeah, I saved you.
Her character just kind of like disappeared.
Deus Ex Machina.
I mean, I guess she told him where to find the sex slaves or whatever.
I guess. I mean,
but still.
Yeah, she was ultimately just kind of useless.
Yep.
Oh, and I do have this one major gripe about one of the action scenes. It was when he was getting beaten up.
Oh shit. I think you were going to say the same thing I'm thinking right now, but go ahead.
Oh, well, I was going to say that I actually almost threw up during that part.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's not what I was going to say.
Because, like, when they were beating him, I don't know what it was, but... Well, I mean, I kind of know what it was, but... They try to do this scene where they kind of focus on what Rambo is going through when he's getting beaten up on the ground. And it just looked like they got a camera on the floor and just, like, spun it around as fast as they could. And, like... and they edited, like, 2, like, seconds here and there of it. And it was just all over the place. And I'm like, fuck, what the hell is going on? Like, this would have been so cool.
I guess, Ben, now you know what it'll be like if you're ever getting jumped by like 15 dudes. You're gonna throw up because it's gonna be.
Wait, stop being.
You're gonna be so disoriented.
Stop, or else I'm
gonna. Stop! Oh, gross, bro! He fucking threw up all over us. Get out of here.
See, if Rambo did that, we wouldn't have to have the reporter lady.
I was gonna say, I thought it was a little weird that he after like seconds after they stopped beating him up, that maybe I don't know how fights work, but that his eye was already swollen.
Oh yeah, they look like he got his, like, I don't know if it reacts that quickly.
I don't know if that happens that fast.
No, I've seen boxers before, and it usually looks that bad really quickly. Especially if
maybe like after they go
hit right in the eyeball.
Maybe after they go like sit down and you gotta cut me, Mick. But I don't know. Again, I don't know fighting stuff, so
I mean,
maybe that does make sense that his eye was immediately swollen.
For a movie that allows John Rambo to pull out someone's heart, just like it was nothing, I'm gonna just go with that's how eyes work.
But then they yeah, that's
and a man that just goes up to the Mexico border and just drives through it. I mean.
But then they spent so much time making sure that, okay, guys, remember, he's got a concussion, so he's been here for several days now. rather than just, like, he gets up 6 hours later and, and continues.
No, I think they said it was like 4 days that he spent with the...
That's what I'm saying. It's like they made it so, like a realistic concussion as opposed to just him, like, 6 hours later, like, waking up and be like, yo... I'm all right now. Yo,
hey, that was a good side impression.
That sounded more like John Wick.
What? No, it did.
What? John Wick doesn't say yo.
Yeah, if he said yo, that's what he would sound like.
You're thinking of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I'm sure he said yo in there at least once.
Maybe. I can't tell anymore. I'm tired. All right. Well, I'm just going to say that I feel like we probably wrapped up Rambo's Last Blood.
Yeah, Rambo's Last Blood.
Rambo apostrophe S Last Blood.
Yes. His last blood was not even his own blood.
Yeah.
Are we to assume that he dies sitting on his porch?
No, he didn't. Did you watch for the during credits scene?
What? There's a credits scene?
It was like when before we wrap this segment up, I did like that at the end when they were cutting in, like almost like in what they did with, like, I think they did it in Endgame.
Oh yeah.
Where they were cutting in all the scenes from the earlier
previous
Rambo movies.
Yeah.
That was really cool. But yeah, when you're watching those, the last one is him riding away on a horse.
Oh, actually, I'm kind of on the opposite end of that whole end credit scene. I thought it was kind of confusing to me. Well, I mean,
that's because you haven't seen any of the movies.
Right. So that's the thing. Like, I mean, nothing in the movie really built up to that, I guess. And If you're
Well, no.
caring about like, or if you're talking about like Endgame or something, I mean, everything was leading up to this climax. You know, all the movies had to do with it.
No. I meant like how in Endgame, like when they're showing the post credits, like the fanfare with the the last, because like they're showing like Chris Evans, and they have like a bunch of clips from the Captain America movies
right.
in the back.
Yeah, right.
And
Like,
right, so that was just like because it's like the last one, so it was like they're just like kind of showing you all that stuff. I mean, I know it's not obviously the scenes from they showed in Rambo have no there's no continuity from one movie to the next.
yeah.
But I just thought it was neat that they cut together all those clips because I don't remember a lot of those scenes from those movies.
Oh, okay, yeah. So,
but anyways, the last one is him riding away on a horse.
Oh, well, okay.
So he apparently did not die.
so what's the next one gonna be? Last Blood Part 2?
Maybe.
Final Blood.
They did it with First Blood, so.
Yeah, I do like Final Blood. Part last.
3.
Part last.
Part the last. All right.
It's gonna be Rambo Endgame.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, Rambo Endgame would be good. So, all right. Well, that wraps up our review of Rambo's Last Blood. I'm just gonna keep saying it. We're just gonna stick with it.
Yep. Rambo's Last Blood.
So yeah. So at this point, we're gonna decide what movie we're going to review for this week. I'm voting for Joker. Ben, Stu.
Abominable.
Okay, Stu.
Judy.
What? All right. Well, I guess I have to. Well, one of us is gonna. Well, I guess we'll just keep going in a circle until there's a majority. So I'm gonna go with round 2. We're gonna start over again. I'm gonna vote Judy. Ben.
All right. Abominable.
Lion King.
Stu.
Lion King.
All right. Okay. All right. Round 3. I'm gonna say Lion King. Ben.
Judy. You didn't really think this through, did you, David?
No. This is gonna end badly. We're gonna stay like this forever.
It's not gonna end badly, David. It's not gonna end.
Period. Yeah, that's right.
It never ends.
All right. Well then,
fine, Joker.
Looks like
God.
I will be seeing
It's Joker.
I will be seeing No, wait. I'm gonna be seeing Joker. Ben's gonna be reviewing Abominable, and then Stu's gonna be reviewing Judy. We're gonna go all back to our first original ones.
Guys, I don't know about this movie, Judy. There was like no action. Nobody shot anyone. There was.
What's the thesis of your review, Judy? What the hell is it about?
Not a single person got shot.
So, all right. Well, that does it for another episode of Dose and a Half Cincos. Thanks once again for joining us. I'm your host, David.
And I guess I am Stuart.
And we're on the weekend, so actually I'm David.